Welcome to Washington Unplugged. These are tough times for print journalism. DC's Washingtonian magazine has faced layoffs and declining advertising revenue. After 40 years, the magazine is shaking things up. Longtime editor-in-chief Jack Limpert is handing over the reins to a 28-year-old. We visited Garrett Graff in the office for this week's Unplugged Under 40. He represents a new breed of journalist. At the age of 23, he was the first blogger admitted into the White House to cover its daily press briefings.
I've had a strange journalism path. My family is mostly journalists. So journalism was always what I wanted to do. And I spent the first couple of years of my career actually working in new media, mostly blogging and doing some internet strategy consulting.
Garrett has been on the Washingtonian staff since 2005, covering politics, editing a monthly feature, and increasing the magazine's online presence.
For me, the opportunity to come work at a print publication and do long-form narrative journalism was a real exciting opportunity. And at the same time, we're beginning to see, even for a print magazine, a big impact on the web. Washingtonian this year is going to have as many readers each month on the website as we do in the print magazine.
After only 4 years with the magazine, Garrett, now 28, has been tapped for its top job.
In this age of Obama, there's this young professional, thriving culture. Do you think that this promotion for you is reflective of that?
Well, I think it's partly a reflection of just how Washington is changing. You know, the city right now is not just younger than it has been traditionally in the past, but also much richer in terms of culture and arts and restaurants. This is what I have been saying is the golden age of Washington.
As Washington changes, so does the way Washingtonian reaches out to its readers.
We have a very successful Twitter feed. Our dining critic actually has been doing some Twitter food reviews. He'll do an ambush review on the opening night of a big name restaurant here and Twitter under the table his first thoughts to the place.
Online efforts for Washingtonian may be new, but the magazine has a storied history in DC, 44 years, famous for its best of lists.
So this is the last 5 years of the magazine here, and what you see is really the breadth of the topics that we cover at the magazine. This over here is our inaugural issue, which was the first issue in the history of the magazine to sell 100,000 issues on the newsstand.
This cover of shirtless Barack Obama was a little risky. It caused a little controversy. Can we expect more risk with a younger guy at the helm of the magazine?
I hope not too much risk, but at the same time, I think that the magazine helped capture for us one of the things that we've really seen change in Washington in the last year, which is the energy in this city has really been transformed. And so I wouldn't necessarily say risk, but I do think we're at a time where Washington and the way that people think of Washington is really changing. It's becoming a little less conservative. It's becoming more fashion and style oriented.
Not only can Garrett chalk up magazine editor and pioneering blogger on his resume, he's already working on his second book.
I've gone a little out of my normal realm of technology and politics, and I'm looking now, I'm working on a book now that will come out in September 2010, next year, about the internationalization and the globalization of the FBI.
So how do you go from talking about where to find the best crabs in DC one day to talking about the globalization of terrorism the next? Where's that balance, and how do you have the time?
It makes for very long days. Balancing writing a book and working at the magazine here. But I'm young, it's fun, I enjoy it.
So if your beat's the whole city, you're 28, how do you keep a pulse on everything?
By not spending a whole lot of time in the office.
And what does he do when he's not in the office or on the job? We asked him 5 quick questions to find out.
Favorite spot for a power lunch?
West End Bistro.
Favorite spot for happy hour?
Hey Adams.
Favorite restaurant?
Comey.
Favorite Washington attraction?
Einstein Memorial.
And your favorite person to watch in DC right now?
Jared Cohen at the State Department, who does social media for them.
No wonder Jared Cohen is Garrett's pick. He's only 27. Next week on Unplugged Under 40, we'll take advantage of Restaurant Week and talk with someone who, among other things, is a Washington Post foodie, Ezra Klein. Thanks for watching Washington Unplugged. Join us again on Monday at 12:30 on CBSNews.com. I'm Kaylee Hartung. Have a great weekend.